All right. I'm Trevor Smith with the Iowa Lakes Quarter. I'm here with Elaine at the Style Loft here in Estherville. So, Elaine, tell us a little bit about your business.
So technically, we're kind of two businesses rolled into one. We have the Q Custom Designs business, which is our screen printing, embroidery, basically school apparel, different things like that, which was the originating portion of my business. After owning that for a couple years, I needed to expand, needed more room. So we then purchased this building from Racine's, John and Linda Racine, who were retiring, who were former clothing store owners, and decided to just take the extra space and turn it into a women's clothing boutique as well. So now we have kind of the two businesses under one roof.
And how did you get started here in Estherville, or why is Estherville the place for you and the place for Style Loft?
Well, for me, I mean, I wasn't born here, but I was raised most of my life in Estherville, graduated from the schools, and kind of after college and once I got married, my husband, farming, things like that, we live here permanently. I, for many years, worked as the marketing director for a telecommunications company, and when my kids were in, I want to say about junior high or so, I've always been very passionate about ELC sports, always have been, always been an avid goer. I have many nieces and nephews that have played throughout the years, and so I've always followed. Um, and the gal that owned the business with the school apparel and things like that was wanting to be done. And I just decided this is a good fit for me. This is what I meant to do. This is what I love to do. I love to be involved with the kids. I love to be involved with the sports, the fine arts, all that kind of stuff. And it just was the fit. And so then I've also, as my husband will tell you, I've always been an avid shopper. So it kind of just rolled into one thing, into another, ended up being the perfect fit for me. And that's kind of where we are here. Also just didn't want to see Estherville lose really one of its only retailers in town, especially for clothing. And so just have kind of just tried to roll with that over the last 10 years. And we're getting ready to celebrate our 10th anniversary here in February.
And what's the feedback been from the community, or how has the community supported you?
I think the feedback's been really nice. You know, it's always hard when you transition from one owner of a store to a new owner. Obviously, we did some things differently than Racine's did. And so when you're in a small town, sometimes people don't like change. It's a hard thing to get used to. But I think people have, in time, really kind of embraced it. I also think that it may sound crazy, but in some ways, COVID was a good thing for our business because I think it really made people realize the importance of saving your businesses in small towns. I think people had a little bit of a wake-up call that all this online shopping and all those things, which are great, they have their place, but can be very detrimental to small town businesses. And so I think people had a realization. They were forced to come into our stores for maybe the first time during all of that. And so in some ways, I think that was good. We actually gained some new customers from that. And so it's just always, it's a constant battle to try to keep up and stay, in the present situation. But we do the best we can. And so far, people have been supportive of that.
Yeah, and I've noticed that in the springtime, we're getting close to prom season. Notice you guys got a lot of suits and everything going on over there. So what's another aspect of your guys' business? Are you guys involved with prom setup, or?
So we actually are a tuxedo rental venue, and so we do rent tuxedos for weddings, prom. I won't lie, prom's one of my favorite things, just because I think kids get the opportunity to kind of be a little bit more fun. They have fun with their tuxedos and maybe wear some of the crazier jackets. Where with weddings, it's a little more polished and formal, and the bride kind of makes the decisions. Where here, the guys get to have a little bit of say in what they do, and it's kind of fun, and we kind of try to make them look as fun as we can for that day. And so I really do enjoy the prom season, but we do tuxedo rentals throughout the year, and it's always fun to be involved in that kind of stuff.
Awesome. And then any other specials or things that you guys have going on over the next month or even into the summer?
So actually, it's kind of a coincidence that you're here today. Today is actually the releasing day of our brand new trucker hat bar. And so for people that are not familiar with that, trucker hats have kind of taken the fashion industry by storm. And it's just kind of the foam front, colorful trucker hats where you can apply patches and pins and lapels and everything under the sun, that you can basically create this to be something that is an expression of who you are. I mean, the patches say something about you, about who you are, what you like, different things like that. We have all the stuff displayed here. Then you pick out how you want to make it look, and then we can take it and put it in our hat press and press it all together for you, and you walk out the door with something that's very uniquely yours. I mean, no two really ever look alike. So it's a very fun thing, and very hot trend in fashion.
And then is this something that you're just doing in Estherville, or are you doing any, pop-up shots around?
People reach out to us and say they'd like us to come over and do that. The great part about this business is it is very mobile. The trucker hat bar is a very mobile thing and very easy for us to take. And so, yeah, we're definitely willing to do pop-ups and go where people need us.
If you're looking for a custom trucker hat, be sure to call the Style Loft and
That's right.
today.
That's right. That's right.